chief for the Guilfordian. I was voted in about a month ago now. So the Guilfordian is a social justice newspaper. It's been in Guilford College's history for years. I think that we had yearbooks that were down here dating back to like the 50s, I want to say, or maybe even before that. But it's the social justice paper that was originally in print weekly. With the pandemic, it had to be cut because we weren't on campus and couldn't produce the print issue. But we finally, after a year and a half of being back in person, are getting a print issue out this week.
By Chris, probably.
Yeah, we could run him by Chris.
Stop capturing B-roll.
It's B-roll.
It's not B-roll because this is not me normal.
So I joined the Guilfordian back at the start of the semester, and immediately what really captured me was that there's a real drive, especially with like Bree and the incoming rest of the editorial board, to move back into print, which in my opinion I think that's really important because I feel like there's a real like importance to tangibly holding like what information you're taking in to like really engage with it, and I think a lot of people also hold that opinion, especially here on campus. I mean, I get asked all the time like, when's the new print issue coming out? When are you guys moving back to that? And so I have to keep telling people like, well, we're doing it end of the year and we're going down it next year.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. I'm Sarah Smiley, and I am the social justice editor. I think, generally speaking, Guilford is a very social justice oriented institution, and the Guilfordian, even before my time as social justice editor, was social justice oriented. And so it was really just a matter of creating content and material that reflected that and embodied that, and shone a light on it rather than sort of keeping up with status quo.
Okay, I'm Jake. I'm the sports editor for the Guilfordian. I'm also in charge of the Guilfordian podcast. My favorite part of the podcast, I've been pushing for the Guilfordian to do more multimedia stuff for a while now. I think just in the modern news kind of environment, you have to do that to keep people engaged and interested. So, and the podcast has been great. I mean, it's just a time each week we can get on there for an hour and just hang out and have fun.
You can go. Oh my god!
My name is Hunter Metzloff, and I'm the upcoming features editor. The thing that I'm looking forward to as a new member of the board is working with my fellow board members to make sure that the Guilfordian is better than it was.
Well, new generation of editorial board, I also think that's a new generation of ideas, which I think is going to be really good and really innovative for the paper. Because we know the Guilfordian is an online publication. Whereas now with you guys, you're gonna be mixing into print as well. And doing that, I think that allows you to be more creative with your storytelling and how you release content. Because I think for a long time we were stuck trying to act like a print paper when we were an online paper. That isn't what we should have been doing.
So this print issue is supposed to be like a summative issue of everything that's been going on in our last sort of 2 semesters as we're wrapping up this school year. And so it contains some of what we think are our best pieces from this year and the stuff that we think is important to highlight, whether that's sports victories or social justice stories or like important Brian series updates or whatever it is. We think that it's a good reflection of the Guilfordian and of Guilford College this year.
I'm excited about the print issues that we hope to publish next year. I think that print issues can be a lot more engaging for readers than a lot of the online articles, because you can have like fun crosswords and stuff in the back for people who don't really want to keep up with the news. There's kind of like a little bit for everyone there.
You have your articles that we pick out for this issue specifically. It was like some of our best articles, and we can copy and paste the text into Adobe InDesign, create a like a Word text box, and using Adobe InDesign we format it so that it looks like a newspaper.
It's been interesting and fun. I think we've really like put a lot of work into like finding ways to streamline this and like so the next year we can like be cranking these out every couple weeks. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it.
This is Jake checking in. It is, what time is it?
6:43.
It is about 6:43 on Wednesday afternoon. Got a lot of stuff done today.
Halfway there. So I think Bree is going to do a great job with the paper. I think she has great leadership qualities, and she's very good at what she does within the paper at this point in terms of creating content and managing it well, which I think some editors fall short with. So I don't think she'll have any problem, keeping control of the entire paper. She has a lot of great ideas and is very creative, and I'm really excited to see what she does.
Bree is going to bring a lot of new ideas in terms of what I mentioned of us switching from being just solely a website publication to a print publication. I think Bree's going to try and really shape that and have us do some things in a new way, which we needed for a long time. Amazing quotes that you see right here.
We love the quote wall.
We love the quote wall.
I think my favorite part of Guilfordian are our family dinners that we have after roundtables on Thursday. I think that those are not just like a community time, but we get pretty heated and I don't have to spend money on dinner. I love the free food.
I've had a couple of favorite experiences at the Guilfordian. One of them being like in the back rooms in Miles's office. He's a former editor. He had this maze, like tilt maze, that he couldn't figure out how to do. That was very funny to watch and watch him fail. In any case, my other one is probably eating dinner together at Elizabeth's. It was fun, just like, because I was new to the Guilfordian at that point. It was a nice bonding experience to meet everyone and have a nice meal.
I know a lot of people have said it, but I'm just hanging out with you guys down here in the basement, having a good time, and again, producing these amazing quotes for the quote wall. So, it was back in the last fall, we were down here, I think it was one of the first times we did roundtable and everybody stayed afterwards. And I remember, I think Maria was just telling us some stories about what she was doing. And we just had a great time, all just sitting around hanging out.
The best thing about the Guilfordian has always been the team that we've had. I said when we first decided to do this print issue that I believe this team could get it done despite the odds. We're down to 10 out of 12 pages, essentially. And the team has been great, new and old members. The new members have been extremely supportive and extremely helpful. And the people that are sticking around are truly making it worthwhile. I had a realization earlier yesterday, I think it was. In the time I've been editor-in-chief, it's only been about a month now, and I've held several different meetings. I have managed to produce a print issue that we've wanted to produce for an entire year. And I think that's something very special, and it means a lot to me because I had a lot of doubts, but I think I have no more doubts moving forward that I can do this job, and I can't wait to do this job.
Very rewarding, it's a different thing seeing it on like a PDF or like an Adobe file versus like holding it in your hands and being able to like look at your work, you know?
Oh, it's pretty relaxing, I've never had this experience because COVID took a lot away from my collegiate, time here, but to have the print issue back for the first time in my collegiate experience, it's pretty cool, man. I feel like my dad. I really like the sports section of this newspaper. It's very informative.
It's more rewarding than I thought it was going to be because it just all the work that was going into it. The Wednesday night when we sent it off, we were there until around 9:30, 10ish, which that's actually good given what we used to do. But It's so cool to finally have this in my hand and just see how many people around campus are excited about it. I mean, I've looked around today, a bunch of people are reading it. It's just really cool to see.
So, first of all, congratulations. I'm really excited about the fact that the Guilfordian is back in print, and I'm actually excited for a few reasons. One is I think it's always just great to see a school paper out and circulating. But I'm also I'm in some ways a little concerned because it's really hard to find printed newspapers these days, and I'm talking about everything from the New York Times to the Wall Street Journal to the News and Record or whatever newspaper. And I think having the Guilfordian in print, it's an opportunity for our budding journalists to do some writing and for people to get used to seeing a print newspaper. And hopefully people will get into the habit of reading their printed news.
How I felt when I first saw it, I mean, look at it. It's so pretty. And it's so professional too. It's super thick. I don't know, I definitely read through it as soon as I got it. It's not something that I've seen around campus. I haven't been on campus the past couple of years, but now that it's here, I feel like it's eye-catching. You definitely want to pick it up. You want to read it. I've read it. I've done the crossword on the back. I think it's a great way for students to stay informed on events happening around the globe and within Guilford itself.
It is definitely a surreal experience to see like all of it in my hands. I think the craziest part to me is seeing my own work. Like I have two different like stories in here, both for two different sections, and both are movie related, which says a lot about me as a person. No, but I love it. It is great to see this team be rewarded with something that means so much to all of us.
So I'm just, thank you to all of you who put your time and effort into getting this started and up and running again. I think it does a lot for Guilford College. I'm going to assume some of you will be writing in newsrooms in the very near future, so we'll do a lot for building your talent as future reporters. So thanks for all of your work.